Okay. So we started writing queries displaying the data. Okay. That's how to get specific row from the table by applying where condition. So where condition can be based on any field. ID equals to 103, name equals to Vijay, salary greater than 5,000. Right. Okay. And not only one condition, we can write what multiple conditions. Multiple conditions. But when you write multiple conditions, compulsory that condition should be combined with either AND operator or operator. So when we use AND, when we use OR, both conditions must be satisfied. Then use AND operator. At least one condition should be satisfied. Then OR operator. Both must be true. Then only select. Then AND. At least one must be true. Then use OR. So suppose I want employees working as clerk manager. So if employee is clerk, I want to select. If employee is manager, I want to select. If he is clerk, select. If he is manager, select. Then what we use what? OR operator. So if you use OR operator, then if employee is clerk, selected. If employee is manager, selected. So this will select only the employees working as what? Clerk, manager. Clerk or manager. Now, so for example, like suppose for example, then so like let's see then like suppose for example I'm asking to display, okay na? So display employees, okay na? Display employees, then so employees earning more than 5,000, employees earning more than 5,000 and joined after 2020. Okay, employees earning more than 5,000 joined after 2020. Okay, then the salary must be greater than 5,000 and his join must be after 2020. Okay, then so how you write something like this: select, start from EMP, next one where then salary must be greater than 5,000. Salary should be greater than 5,000. Next one and and one more condition is there. One more condition is there. Salary should be greater than 5,000 and hire date must be greater than 2020. Then what? hire date should be greater than 2020. How to write? Can I write like this 2020? No. So greater than 20 after 2020 means after 31st December 2020. Yes or no? Then how to write 2020 12 31st? So salary must be greater than 5,000. He must join after 2020. So both conditions must be true na? Or anyone. Both conditions must be true or any one condition. Both must be true. His salary must be greater than 5,000 and he must be joined after 2020. Both conditions must be true. Then which operator we use? AND operator. We use AND. Okay. So use AND operator. Okay, now then Okay. Then, so how it works? Then it go to what? One by one row, checks condition true or false. And every query go to one by one row, checks condition true or false. Then, so this is the actual table. It go to the first one. What is the salary? 4,000. First condition, false. But when you are using and, both must be true. Then only selected. But here first condition false. Selected or not selected? Not selected. And go to the next one. Salary is what? 8,000. First condition true. Next one. And height date. Is height date is greater than 2020? Yes. 2022, na? 2022 is greater than 2020? Yes. Both are true? Yes. This is selected. Next, go to the next one. What is the salary? 9,000. First condition true. But height date greater than 2020? No. It's not greater than 2020 December 31st. Yes. So second condition false. Selected or not selected? Not selected. Okay. So there is only one that is satisfying this. Then no. So run this. Then run this query. So what this query gives? Then so there is only one. Yes. Okay, na? No. Next. Then so next one. For example, I'm asking, I want to see the employees. Okay, employees age between okay, na? 30 and 40. I want to see the employees age between 30 and 40. Okay. Whose age is between 30 and 40? Oh, what? Huh? So age must be greater than 30 and must be less than 40. Then only we can say 30 to 40. Yes or no? Greater than 30, less than 40. How to write it? Select star from EMP. Select star from EMP. What is that is? Where? What's that? Age. Age greater than 30. Age greater than 30. Next one. Age less than what's that? 40. Okay. Then these two. This is one condition. This is one condition. These two conditions should be combined with enda or enda or both must be true na. Any one should be true na. Both must be true. His age must be greater than 40. His age must be less than, sorry, must be greater than 30, must be less than 40. Both must be true. Then end operator. Okay, now then we have to use end. Sir, okay? Then so between 30 and 40 means greater than 30 and less than 40. Both must be true. Now, so then let's, it goes to the table. Okay. So go to table. Then after going to this table and go to the first one, what this is? Age is what's that? 40. 40 is equal to 40, but it's not less than 40. Yes or no? Selected or not selected? Not selected. 30, not selected. Next 25, not selected. 35, selected. 30, not selected. Okay. Then 35 is greater than 30, less than 40 or not? Yes. So 35 is selected. Okay. Then so there is one. Understood? Then So if I write, see, if I write greater than, okay, equals to, less than or equals to, then if I say greater than or equal to, less than equal to, then greater than equal to, less than equal to means what? 30 is also selected. Okay, now 30, 40 is also included or not? Yes. Suppose if you don't use equal to, then 30, 40 is not included. So if you use equal to, 30, 40 is also included. So greater than equal to 30, less than equal to 40. So 30, 40 also included. Yes or no? Okay. Then, so if you want to include, use greater than, include, use greater than, less than. Understood? Then no. So then next one. Suppose here, like here. So for example, just 1 second. There is a table. What the table is? Okay. One best example to understand when to use or when to use and student table is there. Student ID, student ID, student name, subject, subject 2, subject 3, marks. So student 1, suppose 80, 90, 70. And student 2, B, suppose 30, 60, 50 something. So I taken a student table with 2 rows. So this table is given. From this table, what they're asking is display the list of students who are passed. List of students who are passed. Assume pass mark is 35. They want to see the list of students who are passed. Pass mark is 35. Then how to write the query? So when the student is said to be passed, if we get pass marks in all the 3 subjects, yes or no? When the student is said to be passed, if we get pass marks in all the 3 subjects, if we get pass mark in subject 1, if we get pass mark in subject 2, subject 3, then his result is pass. Yes or no? So how to write it? Select what's that? Star. Select star from student. Then where what? Subject 1 greater than equals to 35 and subject 2 greater than equals to 35. Subject 3 greater than or equals to 35. Okay. So all must be true now. Anyone, you should get pass marks in all the subjects or any one subject, all the subjects. So then only the result is passed. So that means all conditions must be true. Then what operator we use? End operator. So we use end operator. Okay. Then, so if all the conditions are true, selected. So it go to the first one. Is S1 greater than 35? Yes. S2 greater than or equal to 35? Yes. S3 greater than? Yes. So this is selected. That means this student is passed. And go to the second one. S1 greater than or equal to 35? No. First condition, false. When one condition is false, so the total expression returns what? False. Selected or not selected? Not selected. So this will select only this. Okay. Then, so next, suppose what I'm asking is, so display what's that? List of students who are failed. Then display list of students who are failed. Then select what's that? When the student is said to be failed, the student is said to be failed if he is failed in any one subject. If we get fail marks, if we get like fail marks in any one subject, his result is also failed. Okay, na? So if he is failed in any one subject, his result is also failed. Then how to write it? Select star from what's that? Student where S1 less than 35. So S2 less than 35 and S3 less than what's that? 35. Okay. So in these three conditions, any one condition is true or all conditions must be true. If any one condition is true, then its result is what, sir? Fail. So then what must be the operator? Or operator. So we use or. We use or operator. Okay, then. So this is the best example to understand when to use and when to use or. Passed means you should get pass marks in all the subject. Failed means if we get fail marks in any one subject, his result is also fail. Okay. Okay. Then I want to practice this. I want to test. I want to test these queries. To test these queries, then what you do? You want to test these queries, then what you do? Directly execute the query, no? Huh? Directly execute the query. If you directly execute the query, then what it says? Error. Why? It gives what? Invalid object name. What's that? Student. Why? Because student is not there. So this table is not created. Then first what you have to do? Create the table. First you have to create the table. How to create the table? Create table. What is that is? Student. Then student ID, integer, student name, varchar of 10, subject 1, subject 1, integer type. 10 int is enough because it cannot be more than 255. Yes or no? Okay, na? Then so next one, subject 2, 10 int, subject 3, like this. Close this. Now execute. Commands completed. Means table is created. Insert the data into this table. How to insert? Insert into what's that? Student values. Student 1 name is A, 80, 90, 70. Okay. How many rows you want to insert? 2 rows. Then there is a syntax, inserting multiple rows. Inserting multiple rows. Just follow that one. Comma. Next, second row. I want to insert second row. Then what you do? 2 comma B comma 30 comma 50 comma 60. So execute this insert command. Then so what? 2 rows affected. That means table is created plus 2 records are inserted into table. If you want, you can see the table. How to see the table? See the table. What that is? Select star from. Select star from what? Student table. Select star from student. Select star from student. So see the table. Now execute this command. So this is showing what's that? Student table. Student 1 name is A, 1890, like this. Okay. Next we can test the queries. I want to see the list of students who are passed. Then now we can test the queries because table is there. Then now run this query. Okay, now execute this query. So what this query gives? This query gives list of students who are passed. So list of students who are passed. Student 1 is passed. Okay. Next one. Suppose I want to test this one. Select star from student where S1 less than 35. I want to see the list of students who are failed. Then let's see this. Execute this query. What is this query gives? List of students who are failed. Yes or no? Sir, okay na? Then so like if you want to test queries, first you check table is there or not. If table is there, directly you can run. If table is not there, then first create the table, insert the data, then test the queries. Sir, okay na? Then next one. So okay. For example, like I'm asking, I want to see the employees whose ID equals to 100, 103, 105. I want to see the employees whose ID equals to 100, 103, 105. Then what we have to write? Select star from EMP, where what employee ID equals to 100. Employee ID. If ID is 100, select. ID 103, select. ID 105, select. So ID is 103, select. And ID 104, 105, select. Okay. So in these three conditions, if this condition is true, select. If this condition true, select. If this condition, if any one condition is true, select. Then what should be the operator? OR operator. We have to use what, sir? OR. Then this will show the employees whose, so this will show the 3 employee details. Okay, it will show the 3 employee details. ID is 100, 103, 105 is not there. You see that 105 is there? You check 105 is there? No. 104 is there. Yes, 105 is not there, that's why not selected. Okay na? Then understood. So here, how many conditions you are giving? How many conditions you are giving? 3 conditions you are giving. We are giving 3 conditions. Okay. Then, so he given 3 values, 3 IDs. You are writing 3 conditions. If I give 10 IDs, sir, I want 3 employee details. I given the IDs. Then you are writing 3 conditions. I give the 10 IDs. Then how many conditions you have to write? 10 conditions you have to write. Yes or no? So, but writing 10 conditions is difficult or not? Yes. So instead of writing 10 conditions, we can simplify this by using one operator. What that operator is called? That operator is called what, sir? In operator. Okay, na? In operator. Then, so when we use in operator, okay, then when we use in operator, so use in operator okay, use in operator for list comparison. Use in operator for list comparison. Use in operator for list comparison. Okay, then use in for list comparison. Next, use in operator for equal to comparison with multiple values. Use in operator for list comparison. Use in operator for equal to comparison with multiple values. Okay, then sir, understood? Then so when equal to comparison with multiple values, then use what, sir? In operator. Once again, see, where what, where suppose for example column name equals to value 1, value 2, value 3, so on. This is allowed or not allowed? Huh? Can we write like this? What boss? Suppose can I write like this? Employee ID equals to 100 comma 103. Can we write like this? Employee ID equals to 100 comma 103. Can we write like this? No. Equal to can be used to compare only one value, single value. You cannot use equal to compare multiple values. So when we use equal to compare multiple values, then it is giving what's the error. But I want to use this equal to comparison with multiple values. When you have equal to comparison with multiple value, then use what? What we have to use? In operator. So what is this is? This is what's that? Invalid. Then how to use it? You have to use like this. In value 1, value 2, value 3, like this. Okay, na? Okay. Then. And what is this is called? This is called list. What this is called? List. List of values. Okay. Then this is called list. So whenever list comparison, use in operator. Okay. Then so equal to comparison with multiple values. List comparison, use what? In operator. Now let's see. For example, so display what? Employees whose employees working as clerk comma manager, working as clerk comma manager. I want to see the employees working as clerk manager. Okay, then tell me how. Like we are written like this earlier. Select star from what's that? EMP, where job equals to clerk or okay na? Job equals to one second. So can we write like this? Job equal to clerk comma manager? No, we cannot write like this because equal to is used to compare single value. Earlier what you have written? Job equals to clerk or job equals to what, sir? Manager. So because I given two values, then you can write two conditions. This is okay. But problem comes, I given 10 jobs. If I give 10 jobs, how many conditions you have to write? 10 conditions you have to write. So instead of writing 10 conditions, we can simplify this by using in operator. Then how to use in operator? Select star from EMP, where job in clerk comma manager, job in clerk comma manager. Okay, then so what is the meaning? If job equals to clerk, selected. If job equals to manager, selected. If job is there in this list, selected. Okay, na? Then so see what you are learning is you are learning writing queries. Learning what, sir? Writing queries. Learning where conditions, how to write where conditions, and how to write where conditions by using different operators. That is what important here. Okay, na? Writing queries. In writing queries, what is important is writing where conditions is important. In writing where conditions, using the different operators is important. Okay, then should be able to identify. So when to use in operator, when to use between, when to use like. Okay, then so this gives like clerks and managers. If employee is clerk, selected. If employee is manager, selected. Okay, so it is showing clerks and managers. Now suppose here then. So like I want to see the employees whose ID, employee ID, whose employee ID equals to 100, 103, 105. Then now tell me what. Select what's that? Select star. Select star from EMP where job, sorry, not job, what? Employee ID, what? In employee ID in 100 comma 103 comma 105. If ID is 100 selected, ID is 103 selected, ID 105 selected. Okay, then so instead of writing multiple conditions, we can simplify this by using in operator. Okay, then 100 103. Okay, next. Suppose here then so I want to find out employees not working as clerk manager. Okay, I want to find out the employees not working as clerk manager. Then select what? Start from EMP where what? Where job, then not working as clerk manager means you have to write job in clerk comma manager. Working as clerk manager means job in clerk comma manager. Then not working as clerk manager means you have to write not in. So every condition you can make it negative by using not operator. If you want to make the condition negative, you use not operator. Not in what's that? Clerk comma what? Manager. Then so it will return other than clerk manager. Okay, what it returns is it returns other than clerk manager. So anyone is there other than clerk manager in our table? So there is a what? Analyst. Analyst is there. So he's not clerk manager. Okay, other than clerk managers. So this is how to use what? In operator. So when we use in, when we use in when equal to comparison with what? Multiple values. Okay, next. Suppose here you see this here. So like we have written one. What is that? Is age between 30 and 40. Age between 30 and 40. Here also, how many conditions you have written? Two conditions. One is age greater than 30 and age less than 40. You written two conditions. So instead of writing two conditions, we can simplify that by using one operator. What that operator is? Between operator. Okay, then between operator. Then so when we use between operator for range comparison, use between operator for range comparison. Okay, then for different comparisons, SQL server is provided different operators, list comparison in, range comparison between. Okay, then so if I say 10, 20, 30, 40, what is this is? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. What is this is? List. What is this is called? List. I'll say 10 to 20, 50. What is this is called? range. If I say 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, that is list. 10 to 50 is what? Range. For this type of comparison, use in. For this list comparison, use in. For this range comparison, use between. 10 to 50 means here how many values are included here? Only 5. But here how many values included here? Not 2. Not 2. All the values between 10 and 50 are included or not? Yes. What is included? 10 is included, 11, 12, 13, 14, 20, 25, 30, 35. All values. All values between 10 and 50 are included. So that is what's the range. Okay. Then. So how to use this? How to use this? Where then column name, what between value 1 and value 2. Syntax. I'm giving the syntax. This is how to use this between operator. Okay. Then where column name between value 1 and value 2. Sir, it is equivalent to what? It is equivalent to what? If you write condition like this, it is equivalent to what? What column name greater than or equals to value 1 and column name less than or equals to value 2. This is equivalent to greater than or equals to value 1, less than or equals to value 2. Instead of writing two conditions, we can simplify this by using what? Between. Okay, na? Then. Sir, got it? Then. So, now. So, suppose, for example, then I'll ask, I want to see employees earning between 5,000 and 10,000. Then I want to find out who are earning between 5,000 and 10,000. Like example, yesterday we have seen product price between 10,000 and 20,000. So that case we have to use between operator like that. Then earning between 5,000 and 10,000. Then what we have to use? Select star from what? EMP. Next one, where salary what? Between salary between 5,000 and 10,000. Salary between 5,000 and 10,000. Okay. Earlier we are written like this, but instead of writing like this, just use between. So 5,000, 10,000 included or not included? 5,000, 10,000 is included or not included? See that it is, I said this is equivalent to this one, greater than, equals to, less than, equals to. That means 5,000, 10,000 also included or not? Yes. So one employee's salary is 5,000. Selected or not selected? Selected. One employee's salary is 10,000. Selected. One employee's salary 8,000. Selected. 9,000. Selected. One salary is 4,000. Not selected because 4,000 is not between 5,000 and 10,000. Okay. Then. So it goes to the table. Go to one by one. So checks condition true or false. So this is the table. It go to the first one. 4,000. 4,000 is between 5,000 and 10,000. No. Not selected. 8,000 is between. Yes. 9,000 is between. Yes. Null. Not between. Not selected. So how many are there? 2. There are 2. Okay. There are 2. Next. So then, suppose for example, if I ask who are joined after 2020, then if I ask who are joined after 2020, you know that I date greater than what? I date greater than 31st December 2020. Yes or no? Who are joined before 2020? Then id date is less than what? 1st January 2020. After 2020 means greater than 31st December 20. Like, so join before 2020 means less than 1st January 2020. Yes. But what I want is, I want to find out employees joined in 2020, not after 2020, not before 2020, joined in 2020. What? Uh, what? Star. Select star from EMP, where what? Where hide date? Where hide date? Hide date is, so if he joins in 2020 means hide date will be between 1st January 20 to 31st December 20. Yes or no? His hide date will be between 1st January 20 to 31st December 20. How to write it? Hide date what? Between, then 1st January 20. How to write 1st January 20? SQL Server format you have to follow. 2020 0101 and 2020 12 31st. That's all. Okay. Then okay. Then so execute this here. You see that then there is only one joined in what's it? 2020 October 15th. Okay. Then clear. Suppose if I ask not joined in 2020, were not joined in 2020, then not joined in 2020 means not between. Joined in means between. Not joined in means not between. Just if you want, you write only where condition. Enough. Then what you have to write? Not between. Every condition you can make it negative by applying not. So will it select 2022? Will it select 2022? 2022 is selected or not selected? 2022 selected or not? Sir, not between this range, boss. 2022 is in this range or not in this range? Not in this range. Then selected or not? Yes. 21 selected. 19 selected. 18 selected. So all the values which are not there in this range, then. So here you run this here, then all this joined in 21, 22, 22, 22 like this. Yes. So this is what's it, how to use what? Between operator. Okay, na? Then okay. Then and suppose here, then so for example, like I want to see employees working as clerk manager. Okay, working as clerk manager and earning between 5,000 and 10,000. Okay, working as clerk manager, earning between 5,000 and 10,000, joined in 2020 year. Okay, na? Joined in 2020 year and age between 20 and 40. Working as clerk manager, earning between 5,000, joined in 2020, age between 20 and 40. Ah. Then what? Select star from what? Select star from EMP, where what? First condition, working as what? Clerk manager. Then what is job in? Job in what? Clerk comma manager. Job in clerk comma manager. Ah. Next, end. End what? Job in clerk manager. And one more condition is there. Salary should be between 5,000 and 10,000. What that is? Salary between 5,000 and 10,000. Next one. And what the next one is? Joined in 2020. How to write joined in 2020? Hide date. Hide date. Hide date. Joined in 2020. Hide date is between. Hide date between 2020-01-01 and 2020-12-31st. Next one. And what? Age between 20 and what's that? Between 20 and 40. That's all. So total how many conditions? 4 conditions. Like that you can write any number of conditions. There is no limit. Okay, na? There is no limit for these conditions. You can write any. So one who satisfies all these 4 conditions, so they are selected. Okay, the one who satisfies all 4 conditions. Now, so let's go to this table. This is the table, and go to the table. So is the first one. Who is this? Clerk. Clerk. First condition true. Yes or no? Yes. What is the salary? 4,000. Second condition true. False. Not selected. Next, go to the next one. What is the job? Analyst. First condition false. Not selected. And go to the next one. What is the job? Manager. First condition true. Yes. So what is the salary? 9,000. Second condition true. Selected. What is the height date? 2020. Third condition true. Yes, selected. Next one, 25. Fourth condition true. Yes, selected. So this is the record satisfying all 4 conditions. Next one, null. No. Okay. Then. So how many are there? Only one. One is there. So satisfying this, then that is selected. Okay, na? Understood? Then. Simple. How to use like in between. Okay. Then. So, like suppose 1 second here, like there is a table. Just listen this. Products table. Product ID is there. Product name. Product what's her price. Product what's her category. Product what's her brand. ID, name, price, category, brand. Okay. Then, so this table is there. This table contains some data. But what is user requirement is user want to see this. You want to see the list of what's it. You want to see the list of what? Samsung. Next one, Realme. Next one, Redmi. What's it? Mobile phones. Price between what? Price between 10,000 and 20,000. Then tell me how to write the query for this. Okay. List of these 3, Samsung, Realme, Redmi mobile phones, where price between 10,000 and 20,000. Then tell me how to write this. Selects are from what? Products. Selects are from products, where what? Then so like Samsung what, okay na, then Samsung what, Realme, Redmi, then what is this is, sir, once again, see here you read the query, okay, in this query whatever you find you have to link to this table. So the Samsung, Realme, Redmi is what, not mobile names, boss. You have to link to a field in the table. This values belongs to what field? This values belongs to a field called what's that, brand. That's what that you have to identify. You see the values, you have to link these values to some particular field in the table. So these values belongs to which field? Brand. Next one is asking mobile phone. Mobile phones is belongs to which field? Category. And 10,000 and 20,000 is what's her price. Now tell me how to write. So he's asking only these three brands. Then where what, where what brand, where brand in, then next one, next, and what, and, okay na. But these companies will manufacture different category of products, but is interested in only mobile phones. Then one more condition is there. What that is? Category equal to mobile phones or mobiles, something, whatever, okay na. Then next one, and one more, not all the products is wanted to see only price between 10,000 and 20,000. Then what, price between 10,000 and 20,000. That's all. So requirements will be like this. There will be a table. So there will be a what? Then you have to write the query according to that requirement. If you can able to write query, that's it. Okay. Na? See, if you say I know SQL server, if you say I know SQL server means what they expect is they expect you can able to write queries. That's what you are learning here. Okay. And from today onwards, this notes will be added to Google Classroom. You can download it from Google Classroom. If you want to download, you can download. Okay. Na? So if you are not added to Google Classroom, you contact Arvind. Is there now? So you contact him. So he will add your like you will be added to the Google Classroom. Next one is there. What is that is? Like suppose here, just if you want, you just listen this customer ID, customer what's her name, customer what gender, customer what age, and customer what's her city. ID, name, gender, age, city. Then now suppose here, then from this, so this table is given from this And what they want is they want a list of what? List of what's it? List of male customers. List of male customers staying in HYD, Bangalore, Mumbai. Then male customers staying in HYD, Bangalore, Mumbai, and age between, okay, na, 30 and 40 something. Okay. Then oh what is that is select what? Start from what? Customer. Select start from customer. Where what? Select start from customer where? Then where? Is not asking all the customers. He wanted to see only male customers. What is this male is related to? Gender. Then you have to write gender equals to what? Male. Next one. And what? Staying in HYD, Bangalore, Mumbai. So what is this is? City. Related to city. Then what? City in, then city in HYD, BLR. Next one, Mumbai. Then next one. And what? Then so age between what? 30 and what? That's all. So this is just what? How to use. How to use between. How to use what's it in. Then, but when we are using between, okay, then so if you use between, you are using between operator. When we use between operator, then I cannot write like this 10,000 and 5,000. So if I write like this, then what is the output? Nothing. So when we use between, we cannot use between like this 10,000 and 5,000. Always between should be used with lower and upper, but not upper and lower. We should use between with what? Lower and upper, but not upper and lower. So if you use upper and lower, output is what? Nothing. So actually, see, it is not giving error. It's not giving error because when it gives error when syntactically wrong. When it gives error, when syntactically wrong, then it gives error. But syntactically right. What is the syntax? Value 1 and value 2. Here you are given one value, here you are given one value. Syntactically right, logically wrong. Okay, na? So that's why what the output is? Output is what, sir? No rows. So then you have to use between with what? Lower and upper, but not upper and lower. But if you give like this, between 10,000, that's all. Then you will get error because this is syntactically wrong. Okay, now you're not following the syntax. So then it gives what, sir? Error. What it is saying? Incorrect syntax near 10,000. So this is syntax error. Okay. Then understood? So you learn two. One is between, one is in. Okay. Then So just one more is that, what is that is like operator. Like, then so, and when we use operator for pattern comparison. Use like operator for pattern comparison. Use like for pattern comparison. Okay, then but question is, what is this pattern comparison is? Okay, what is this pattern comparison? So sometimes, suppose you take name. Okay, full name is not given, only the pattern is given. You take names, full name is not given. What is given? Pattern is given. What that is? Starts with S. Name starts with S. Name ends with S. Name contains A. Second character is A. Second character is K. Like that. What is this? Starts with A, ends with A, contains A. Second character is K. What are these called? They are called patterns. For this type of pattern comparison, use what? Like operator. Okay, na? Then, so there is a call email ID is there. In this email ID, I store what's that? Email IDs. Okay, na? Email IDs. But I want only the mails ends with gmail.com. I don't want other. I want only mails ends with what? Gmail.com. So that case, like is useful. Understood? Then. So then how to use this? We have to use like this. Where? Column name. Next one, like what's that? Pattern. Like pattern. Where column name, like pattern. So pattern should be given in. You have to give the pattern in what? You have to give the pattern in single quotes. So just give the pattern in single quotes. But what is this pattern consist of? Okay, what is this pattern consist of? What is this pattern consist of? And this pattern contains alphabets, digits. Okay, na? This pattern contains alphabets, digits. Next, what? And also it contains what? Wildcard characters. This pattern contains alphabets, digits, wildcard characters. Then you know alphabets. You know what? Alphabets. What is that? Is A to Z. You know digits 0 to 9. What you don't know? You don't know wildcard characters. So in this pattern, we can use alphabets, we can use digits, we use wildcard characters. So there are two wildcard characters. There are two wildcard characters. What are the two wildcard characters? One is what's that? Percentage. Another one what? Underscore. There are two wildcard characters, one percentage, another one underscore. Okay, percentage underscore. So when we use this character, when we use this symbol, when we use this symbol, when we use this symbol. Okay, then so suppose here, then so 0 are what's that? Many. If 0 are many characters, use percentage. If exactly one character, what use underscore. Zero or many, use percentage. Exactly one, use underscore. Okay, now then. So when we don't know number of characters, use percentage. When you know the number of characters, use underscore. You don't know number of character, then use percentage. You know the number of characters, use underscore. Okay, then. So we'll see the examples in the next class. Based on this like operator, we'll see the examples in the next class, but next class is on Monday. Okay.